All right, all right, all right, all right. What's up, folks?
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Ready for an exciting little talk?
I
It's gonna be
am.
good.
I
Is the
am.
music too loud? Let me turn it down a little bit, even though it's dope music.
You trying to have a whole house party?
That's my joint right there. That is my joint. Willie, what up? What up? What up? Walt E in the building,
Shanna.
and Ewing. Where my twin at? Where my twin at?
I didn't see Jason. Hi, Mark and Mr. Hicks. Tap in production.
Corey,
There
what is?
goes Jason.
There it is. There's the twin. There's the twin. Oh
So,
man.
how was your weekend so far?
It's all over. Oh my
I
God. Why?
know it was
Why?
like
Why?
quick.
Mark, what up? Tap in. What's popping? Ray, official. What it is. So, brother, it was fast. I
It
had put
was.
all the stuff in my head to do. Supposed to had cut the grass.
You've been
Did the,
saying that since Thursday, but it's been raining every day.
I know. And today looked the most promising. It was overcast, so I wasn't going to sweat my ass off. Ah,
And the
Joe,
sun.
what up? Miss V done slipped in here real quick. What up,
Oh,
girl?
hey, Miss V.
What's popping? Yeah, man. I'm telling you, sweetie,
Yeah.
this whole weekend is such a should have got shit done weekend. Sorry.
Why though? But why?
I
We
know, right?
always get things done every weekend. We always got a list of things to do. The rain was just like, hey, just sit down and enjoy each other.
Hey, y'all don't understand how this goes. Real deal. What up, soul brother? Listen, she says that, right? And then before you know it, I'm watching African movies on Netflix. Yo,
Listen, don't do me
tell
like
the truth.
this.
Tell the truth.
I do. I like low budget movies. I
Mm,
like Sundays is low budget movies. You got to give them a chance. You got to give low budget movies a chance.
yeah.
We
Nope.
watched a
No.
movie with Queen Latifah
Oh, that was terrible.
and Ludacris.
I think it's
Dying to
called
see this movie.
End of the Road or
Something like that. End of
this is
time, end of the road, something.
this is something. Oh my God,
Whatever.
please, y'all, don't do it. Don't do it.
It
I
wasn't
don't
a
know if
good
they're paying the actors a lot less nowadays, but they ain't giving it they all. Now
no.
it's mm-mm.
So why get my hopes up looking at people that get paid millions of dollars to
Yo,
not make the
terrible.
movie seem real when I can
Yo,
watch a low budget movie?
listen, tap in. No, nope, nope, nope. Yo, see, it's bad. Here's the thing: is
It
you know how,
happened
yo,
knows.
you know how
Yes.
when you watch something, all of the stuff that they now offer to you is gonna follow that. She puts in like one or two low budget movies. Now every friggin' movie that I put in on Netflix is in a different language. French, Portuguese. I can't take it, bro. I'm looking for regular ass movies. Regular ass fucking movies.
Stop it. Hey,
BT
Howard J and girls.
Howard J in the building. What's popping, soul brother? Yo, so yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with
We
these.
was just watching a good one and
No,
he
we
was
weren't.
getting frustrated.
No, we weren't. You was watching a good one. I was looking to change a good one. Mm-mm-mm. Indie films. They are indie
Indie
films.
films. Right. Thank you, Coy.
Nah, but they be on the iPhone, man. They low budget. They be on the iPhone with some of these movies. No,
What? But they still be good. You just
see
you want
Prime
a
too.
clear picture.
Yo. All right, so here's the thing. Well, with Prime or with those type of movies, I'd rather watch those than read subtitles. I'd rather watch some hood movies than read subtitles. I swear. Can't
Jeez.
do it. Prepper 101, what up?
Expand
My
your horizon, babies. Expand your horizon.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Kingdom Defense. What up? What up? What up?
The only like
Yeah, that's hood movies.
the only subtitle shows and movies I watch are either in Japan or Spanish.
Oh, those
I just
Watch
like
the anime.
yes, I watch anime. One Punch Man
yeah.
is the greatest.
I be trying to get in with that too, but nah.
Yeah, because you don't. I don't know if you just don't like reading or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm done with
But
reading. I'm
some of
too
the
old.
anime that he does watch it's good.
They
It
just
is
make
good.
noise, man. They don't even. You don't even have to read. It just be noise. Just. Huh.
Oh my goodness.
Ryan Bridges, what up, young fella? Yeah, nah. So
Don't do that.
otherwise, it was a dope weekend. Davin, what
Don't
up?
do.
Uncle
Oh,
Davin
we
in
haven't
the
seen
building.
Davin in forever.
Yeah, what's up, young
Oh,
sir?
Dad, haven't seen him in years.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a
Mhm.
while. Yo, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna give this quick shout out real quick. Everybody in the firearms world, industry, community, etc. Uncle Davin is the first time that I shot a firearm. He opened up the beautiful world for me. It was beautiful. It was great.
Rapper 101. My least favorite movie is Attack of the Mother-in-Law.
Oh man, one day she's gonna watch this shit. She's gonna say,
One day
"Oh,
she's gonna walk up on him while he's on the panel.
yep." She's gonna click in on StreamYard. Yeah, but yeah, man, Davin definitely put me on to firearms when I don't know, I was probably a good 9 or 10 years old or something like that.
Hey,
And
Junior.
being in New York, you know how it is. Nothing really follows that, until later on in life. Moved to Georgia, and it was over from there.
It was a rabbit hole.
Oh, so deep,
Rabbit hole.
so deep. I changed out like 4 optics today, and so what I do is
Where was I?
watching an African movie. Yeah. So what I do is I take a bore sighter. When I put a new optic on, I go all the way to the far back part of the house, and the hallway goes to the front door, which is about probably 22 yards, 20 yards or something like that. And so I'll be able to get that bore sighter to line up the red dot or whatever. Man, I did like 4 red dots today. I'm telling you. Urban Garden Chronicles. What's up, young lady? How you feeling? So that was my day. That was the exciting. When I can open my safe, and I pretty much do it every day. But when I can open
All
my
day,
safe
every day.
and just give everybody some love.
That's between you and Alex. I don't know who goes in it more though. Because
Yeah,
Alex
well,
has his knives in there and his firearms.
yeah.
And
Spotted
then you
Farm.
have
What's up?
your
What's up?
firearms and accessories.
Yeah, you know what the thing is we go in there because we train. We train either at home, whatever it may be. So yeah, it's a good thing because it's good habits and it's keeping our interest going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Carbon.
Carbon Q in the building. What up, girl? Oh shoot,
Carb.
girl. Carbon.
Yes.
Hey, what's up,
Hi.
girl?
Oh wait, I was on the other page.
Oh, sorry. Yo, I gotta get used to
Oh,
looking
it's
down.
probably links.
I looked down. I was like, "Oh snap! I hope you weren't there long. Were you there long?
Mm-hmm.
You were.
It's okay though. You
You
was
gotta
busy.
get out
You was
there.
shouting at everybody. I don't know where the heck I am. Hold on one second. Whoop, there we go.
Hey,
Hi,
Southern Gal. How was your day today, Carbon?
It was a good day. It was crazy, but it was good. 9/11, had to reach out to a few friends that were dealing with that. So yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. How's the weather by you?
Oh, it's raining. It's crazy over here. But
It's just a whole
I
rainy, gloomy weekend.
Yeah, no, I welcome it because our like little stream or pond they have over there, it's dry,
Oh,
so
true.
it helps out a whole lot. Philly is in a little bit of a drought, so bring on the rain. Hi, everybody in the crowd. Hi, Alex. How are you? Look,
Oh, so
Alex,
you building with your Legos? He's probably building his Legos.
oh yeah. What you building? What you building? Hi, everybody. I love you. You look cute.
yeah,
Oh, my
man.
hair.
Oh, you know
Thank
what?
you.
You're
I
welcome.
tried a different hairstyle today.
Right?
She was just saying
That's
that. She's like, I like how I did my hair today.
yeah, look, it's really pretty. You can see your face.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody in the chat. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, right? Happy Sunday. Happy
Yes.
Sunday.
Today is Sunday. So you know what? It's funny. I'm glad you came on because it's 9/11. It is September 11th, and coincidentally, Hutch, what's up, soul brother?
Hey,
Coincidentally, um, all of us, if I'm correct, were in New York during 9/11.
I
Am I
was.
right?
I
Mhm.
was.
I wanted to kind of just go over the day and give everybody a perspective. If you don't, if you're all right with talking about it, um, of how it affected your day, like what you woke up to or thought of right away.
Um,
It was a wild one.
it was a crazy day. It was a regular day for me. Then it just went chaotic in a blink of an eye. We went to the top of the roof. I worked security, so we went to go do a perimeter check, and we saw the second plane go into it, and it was a crazy moment, almost like it stopped time a little bit and then fast forward real quickly because every alarm possible was going off,
Right.
and yeah, it was kind of crazy. And then after that, it was a weird time to be just going to work with nobody else on the Grand Central was weird.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that part of the day was nuts. Mr.
So,
Biggs, what up? Hutch, my friend.
mhm.
Black Poindexter, how you feeling, brother?
Everybody, and then
So now, when you first initially, like the first crash,
yeah,
were you already outside, or
no,
were you like did you hear about it at all?
yeah, we were. I was inside, and we were going about our daily activities, and then it was on the news, and word of mouth it starts spreading, and it's like, yo, did you see that? And they're like, nah. And at first, everybody's like, whatever, you're full of it. That's never gonna happen.
Right?
Crazy. And then everybody just started running to get to a TV. So it was crazy because you just saw crowds in front of a TV set wherever they had a TV or radio. People were just like standing there in shock. And then the initial shock kind of wore off, and then you see people trying to make phone calls to loved ones to see if they're okay. And then it got chaotic on the inside because those people have families too, and it was just like really nuts. But in all of that, you kind of actually saw people come together,
Mm-hmm.
and like everything was put to the side, and it was just like make sure everybody is okay, make sure everybody is safe. It was a weird day. It's a sad day. People just talk about that day, but they're responders that went there, and they responded and they helped, and they are facing health issues in regards to that even to this day. There's a lot of people that still are passing away or very incapacitated due to the materials that was still burning, going
Yeah.
through the site, as well as bagging up body parts and separating them and trying to get them back to family members or identifying them was something that a lot of people went through. There were people that you never hear about that were actually on that site doing a lot of work. And it's not a job that you want to be like, yeah, I was there. Who wants to be at something like that? But yeah, it is something that still affects people to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a hard time when it comes around. So taking some time out just to talk to a few people and bring them,
Yeah.
back to reality. Yeah, it's crazy.
I tell you, what you said, you brought up a point that a lot of people don't talk about, and that's actually piecing, I don't want to say piecing bodies, but
Yeah.
dealing with bodies,
Yeah.
parts, um, all different types of things, right in front of everything and everybody.
Yeah.
It's not like it happened in some secluded basement or something like that. Man, it was there, and it wasn't just that building. A lot of buildings were affected next to both of those around.
Right. It was a lot of people. You had to make a makeshift morgue, and you want to be respectful as you can to somebody's loved one, even if it may just be an arm or a body
Mhm.
part. It took a lot out of people mentally as well as physically, and it was a really terrible day. I don't even know how to express what that is, but I hope we never have to go through that again.
Yeah, yeah. It
Right.
was it was a blurry day.
Yeah.
For me, I always watch the news, getting ready to go to work,
Mhm.
and I get to work at 10. I used to open a bar. I used to be a bartender, so I had to get to work by 10 to start setting up for the day.
Mhm.
And sure enough, as the first plane hit, I'm watching the news, and it's almost like where the hell is that at? Where are they showing?
It
No,
was. It didn't seem familiar, or you didn't think it
it
was
could.
just
Yeah, it
right.
could be here. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right.
oh wow. And I'm
Yeah.
watching, and now I don't know if I'm going to work. I don't know if the day is going to be normal. And the
Mhm.
presidential address came on, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a blurry day. And then now, where do you go to talk about stuff? The bar and the barbershop.
Mhm.
Now I gotta entertain all these crazy emotions
Yeah.
from
Right.
people that came in, for the day to hang out and eat and drink and all that. And it was a mixed bag. Let me tell you that. And
It
I'm
is.
in, you know, like Central Long Island,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of people from Long Island that were working or first responders.
Mhm.
Fire departments are huge in Long Island, and it was like, wow, what is going on? You know,
Mhm.
but scary.
Yeah, very, very scary. Very scary time. I, so we talk about shift and stuff hitting the fans. We actually went through that with that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Yeah,
I
most.
remember when watching the news because I was actually at school when it happened, and then
Mhm.
they told us we had to leave the school.
Yeah.
And I remember watching this school the news and how the sneaker stores were giving everybody sneakers, free sneakers. They were just handing out sneakers for people that were dressed up, that had their heels on and their dress shoes on, because they had to walk over bridges just to get out the area.
Yep.
I remember it's like so many things that
Yeah.
was just like,
Brooklyn
wow,
Bridge.
Yeah.
Brooklyn
right?
Bridge mobbed.
People
Yeah.
covered with all types of dust and
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
It was a crazy time.
It was a wild one. It was a wild one. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Jason was in North Carolina. Um, yeah, it must have been a panic for a lot of people in the military trying to figure
right?
out what this order was going to be.
Hmm.
Uh, hmm. So either way, I wanted to just take a couple seconds and just talk about experiences. Everybody to put that in their heart, and there's a lot of families that are still going through, uh, emotional wreck at this time of year, and constant. People still sick, people still dealing with the aftermath of it. Um, yeah,
Definitely.
Especially the children that, of half of these people that did pass, and their children are still speaking up every year for them on
yeah,
Hmm.
this day.
yeah.
So,
Calm Wolf, what's up, brother? Mr. Hicks, what's going on? Yeah, man. So aside from that,
Hmm.
um, this weekend we went to the range. Alex was playing too cool for his parents this weekend. He, we went to the range, so me and the wife got to have
do a
a
date.
date. Yeah, a little date day,
Hmm.
and we went to a gun store or a couple gun stores, and
Hmm.
um, we went shot a few guns at the range. we tried to shoot rifle, but they wouldn't let us shoot rifle. There was like they shut down half of the range for the storm or whatever.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So we're like, all right, let's go shoot some pistols. Whatever. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Danica, what up? But either way, it was a smooth weekend, and she didn't make me do anything crazy.
I didn't. You didn't do anything.
Sometimes it's just being with each other that matters and spending that
Right.
quality time.
I'm
I
telling
think
you, it
so.
rained the whole weekend. The whole
Yeah.
even when we was at the range, it had thunder, so we couldn't use the rifle side. It just they only shut it down if they see lightning in other areas or close to that area. So
But I cut my hair. That took forever. She
I
took
fell
a nap.
asleep. Ain't my hair.
You know
Sorry.
what? You
Sorry.
guys are so cute.
Mm-mm. So listen, I'm glad everybody came through, man. Shout out to everybody. If I missed anybody, I apologize. But what's going on today? We are going to talk about what you can do to get your bug out bag ready for you and your family. And we're also going to try to give you guys a few hinters on how to save money doing it. Different places, different sites to get things. You know what? Let me put the first site out if I can. See if there we go. There we go. There we go. Hutch, what up, soul brother?
Hey, Hutch. What's going
I
on?
was trying to get on from my my laptop, but it's acting funny, so I had to jump over to the phone.
It's all
Oh,
good.
that's okay.
You look younger on it when you use the phone.
Right.
What is cracking? Oh man. So sweetie, I'm gonna put this this first one up now. Ready.gov.
Ready.gov. You can find a list of most of the things that you need for your bug out bag. Most of everything on that list you can get from the dollar store. I'm gonna be very honest, or Walmart, somewhere where it's inexpensive. Um, it's through I believe that one's through the FEMA website. They'll take you to this other website here, and it just tells you like all the important things that you should have or recommend things that would be beneficial. And I think it goes by your area. So if you're like in a flood area, your list would be different than my list because we're in a tornado area. So there are different, and not everybody's bug out bag is going to be the same just because
Right.
you do it by your area.
True that.
So,
True that. Big Lock, what's up, brother? So there's another site that we were talking about. I'm gonna put it up really quickly. And all of the sites that you do see come up on the screen are also in the description. So if you want to go back to the video and click on them,
mhm.
you'll be able to click on those links. Topoutdoorsurvival.com.
Right.
And this is a site that you can actually buy products from.
I believe so. Or they recommend different sites you can buy from.
All right.
So, it's
Very,
cool.
very good.
And
All right.
because I buy for family, I look for the best deals. I
Yeah.
do. I try to look for the best deals and make it
So
easy for everybody or
something
myself.
something that's super, super, let's say, I don't want to say different, not too far off from a lot of families, but everything that we buy, we try to buy to suffice for five people. There's 7 people in our family. Just in case somebody makes it to where we are, we definitely want to have a few extra of everything. So when we do buy, we buy in, small bulk, if that makes sense. So we have to get the best deals possible. Definitely have to get the best deals possible.
Plus, it gets expensive. You go through, if you watch other people's channels, you go through a rabbit hole. You start writing things down that you think you need, but it's not even going to be beneficial to you because you may be in a different area than that person.
Yeah. So I guess the number one key is know your area, know what you're gonna
Know
need.
your weather, know your area. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what it comes
Know
down
your
to. Dude. Like,
surroundings.
if you do a bag for anything, the first thing you should ever consider is the weather. That's it. If you ain't got the weather taken care of, don't worry about anything else. Take care of that first. And then
Right.
you can, the
So,
conspiracies, the political. You know what I mean? Get the
Hutch,
foundation.
what type of what climate are you in?
I'm Southern Missouri.
Okay, so you get hot and cold.
Yeah, we get all the seasons.
True.
See, we're just below. Well, the way we sit in the mountain, like we can have tornadoes all the time, like 6 miles away,
Yeah.
because we're right at the start of the Ozark Mountains, and it's not like the Rockies. The Ozarks go down. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when you're driving, so it's weird. So we're like right inside the very start of how everything just drops.
Mhm.
So we're right on that edge, but the flat stuff is just right there. So like it hits around us all the time, but the only thing that actually affects us around here is ice. Like we'll get stuck up here on the top of the hill, at least 2 weeks out of the year just for ice at home.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Huh. In Carbon, we know it gets cold in Pennsylvania.
We get both. We get cold weather, hot weather. I'm sorry, I was on the wrong page. Cold weather, hot weather. So you kind of gotta, when you're buying stuff, you want to buy for both seasons. I guess if that's what you want to do. If you have allergies, you can also buy for that. We also live in a flood zone, so you kind of want to prep for those types of things. And where I'm at, our electrical wires are out on the top, so they usually get knocked out. You want to prepare for that type of outage. And at the end of the day, yep, that's pretty much it.
Yo, because that's a real thing. Like
Mhm.
ice really could damage and slow. You don't even have to be in a shit hits the fan type of scenario.
Right.
Ice storms are really, really rough on power
hmm
and water.
Yeah.
Shit, pipes burst left and right.
Yep.
Transformer and transistor boxes blowing. The weight of it, the trees falling
Mhm.
on the lines or whatever. People in Texas.
I want to say 2007 there was an ice storm down this way. It was so bad that they had to they shut down the meat processing plant, and they had to bring in like 70 families to just live on the floor of the meat processing plant because like the ice was so thick. Power line, like 3 inches of ice on power line.
That's some
Every
heavy shit.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm glad we don't deal with that no more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo,
we
we
don't
have
snow. Like we don't get the pretty snow anymore. That's all we get anymore is just ice and sleet.
this
Like
ice.
we hardly get any snow at all. So there goes at least snow will give you a little bit of traction in some
Right.
that
Mhm.
now.
We have a super mild winter, and the summers are hot, but they're not dangerous. They're on average in the 90s, mid 90s, or whatever. So I think we found this like super dope climate to be in. I think wintertime for us might hit 35, 30,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. So
Are y'all
good job,
Georgia or Louisiana?
Georgia.
No, we're in South Georgia.
Yep. So yeah, man, we found I couldn't imagine trying to deal with the thought of bugging out or any disaster happening in anything colder. I'm a punk about it. I'm such a punk, yo. I can't I can't do cold.
I already told the wife it's like we're only a couple years away from paying this thing completely off. I was like, we're gonna be snowbirds as soon as boom. 1st of November, we're heading south. I'm tropical people. I can't do this cold shit.
Yeah.
anymore. The older I
Yeah.
get, more.
That shit is for the birds. Urban is in Canada. Forget that. You can hold that. I'm
Mhm.
good. I'm good.
That's
But yo,
when we were looking for this land, we were looking in Alaska and we were looking in like Utah. Like I wanted to be up on a mountain, but then I looked into what the winters were like, and I was like, nah, I'm over it already.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. So do you feel and hope for both of you that you'll be able to get to a place where your prepping is going to be a little more comfortable?
I think Hutch is already, but I am definitely trying to get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too. I'm trying to get there.
Where you going?
I'm, I'm trying to buy land.
Yeah, you're right. You're
I'm
right.
trying to buy some land and live off the land.
Yeah.
Every time I think I save, you come sneaking something through the back door. So I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Say that different, Erica.
Yeah, I should, right?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well,
Now,
what
see,
you
I look at it as like if I can do everything in my power to not let anything outside of this property line affect my day-to-day life, like that's my like on. there- If you prep for zombies, then you're pretty much set for everything. That kind of philosophy. You know what I mean? So
Right.
if I don't need them now during the good times, I'm not going to need them during the hard times. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty much the mindset. You know what I mean?
right.
Right.
Like I'm trying to figure out how to do everything like because we're gonna die on this hill. Like if we have to bug out, it's only a small street to come back and then blow shit up pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're trying to make it like I want to hillbilly Disneyland. We got the food side, we got the mental side. So we'll have like the games and the horseshoes and all that other shit. We got the child section over here, the grown folks section over here. That way it's literally all encompassing. Like gas, cigarettes, and soda is the only thing I ever want to have to leave this property.
There you go. I'll meet you at the stove.
That's the way Billy feels. Gas, cigarettes, and soda.
It's all
I mean,
about um
I can deal without those, baby.
um
I'm just
you can try to prep for everything, but it probably would never happen. You can't predict life or situations. You're just trying to you're trying to give yourself an option to survive whatever is going to come.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
just part of when stuff hits the fan. So make peace, I guess. I don't know how else to say that.
Well, there's I guess the reason that we did this and is this is a part where you guys really shine. Honestly, even me being somewhat of a entry level prepper, I still have a lot to learn. Even in my own damn house, there's a lot of stuff that is here, but I either don't know that we have it or don't know how to use it if I knew. But you guys have a few things to show us or tell us what a average person should have in that bug out bag if need so. So I'm gonna just sit back and chill and learn. Go ahead.
I was, if I get to talking too much, just tell me to shut the hell up. And, I'll kick back.
You good? You good?
The way I see it, like there's different bags for different situations, so it depends on what you want. Like there's a bug out bag, there's a recon bag, there's a your EDC. So there's different options. So it depends on what you're gonna do. Like if you don't have a bug out location, then you probably you're planning on using this bag to stay in the woods for a little bit or something. So you need to have that bag situation. You know what I mean? If it's going to take you 3-4 days to walk to your bug out location or get there, then you just have a regular bug out bag just to last you, maybe 2-3 days more than what you actually need as a just in case. You know what I mean? So you got a recon bag. Like I got a bike motorcycle. And I've got it fit so I could literally live off the highway for the rest of my life just off two back of the bike. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Skills and imagination will get you farther than anything that you can ever buy. You know what I mean? So the more you learn and the more you get comfortable doing, the less you have to put in that bag. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, man. I thought about it. I used to have a bagger also, and you could fit a good bit of stuff in there.
Yeah.
I tell you, I used to go shopping, like store shopping, grocery shopping on the motorcycle. You know what I mean? So you can definitely fit some shit in there.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And a lot can come down to your comfort level too. Like, are you okay? I'm gonna sleep on the ground. I need a hammock. I need a tent. Oh my God, it's a bug. You know what I mean? All that stuff plays. Especially like if you ain't never slept in the woods at night, you're gonna hear some weird shit that can freak you the hell out. You know what I mean? So
Billy's scared to sleep in a backyard hutch.
Don't be putting my business in the streets.
Look at all that dirty laundry she's throwing at people.
Terrible. Nah, I'll be honest with you. I enjoy it. I do. But I got like the shortest tolerance for insects. That's my week. I'm not worried about no snakes, no armadillos, no raccoons, none of that shit. It's mosquitoes and anything that can bite on you. A spider. Right. That's the stuff that I have a hard time with, you know. But
they sell the. I got a deal from Walmart. It's a full. It's like a bug suit. It's almost like a bee suit, but it's basically just a screen kind of deal, and it's got the hat come. Like, you know what I mean? It's not bulky, but it's fairly cheap. But that's something. You know what I mean?
Let me write this down.
Don't write it down. You ain't gonna put me out in my own backyard with that suit on. Nah, I might need it. I might need it.
I mean, like really, if like down there where you guys are at, if you have to bug out, say in the middle of August or something, you got all the mosquitoes. Next thing you know, you got West Nile, all these other crazy ass things. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Florida. I know there ain't enough bug spray in the world to kill them all.
No.
It sucks. I mean, gnats, the ants, the fire ants. Oh shit! She stood in a fire ant.
The first year we moved here, I was cutting the grass and I stepped in the pile, and it was bad.
And they flare, like they spread super fast, like they go to attack. So in seconds, you got a good 500-600 ants, you know, in attack mode on your leg, and ain't no telling where the hell they're going. If they got up your leg, you know, it sucks. It sucks. So bad. But Chris, what's up, young fella? So now a lot of people. Here's something that I just learned, and there's a Recon bag. I guess there would be it more similar to a get home bag, a Recon bag, or is a Recon bag more of a bug out but short term?
I'd say a Recon is more of a, well, I mean it depends on the person, I guess. It would work as a go bag, but it's pretty much, you know, if you have to go out, like say like a patrol, that, you know, for a lack of, you know what I mean? Like you got to go scout something out. You don't need a couple days worth of food. You just need something like a 24-hour kit in case you get stuck or, you know, have to sleep out. You know, it's just something quick, but something that's more tactical based because you're going to check on something.
Okay.
That makes sense.
It does, because whenever I think of like a bug out bag, I'm thinking like until the smoke clears, months. You know, we're gonna live out of this bag for forever and ever. You know, but
see, like the phone bag I got binoculars, I got a sewing kit, a little med kit, notebook, a couple pencils, pencil sharpener. You know, just little stuff like that, so I can take notes, write things down. Maybe you got the opportunity like a range finder, so you can make some range cards if you're in that type of situation. You know what I mean? Just something small, especially if you have to run to hide and or follow somebody or do all this other stuff. You don't want a whole bunch of shit weighing you down. You just want enough to take care of what you got to take care of and keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a question. Is a scavenger bag, if that is a thing, and a Recon bag, is that technically the same thing?
No, the scavenger bag would be pretty much something just like an empty satchel you carry off for whatever you come across while you're already out.
Okay.
So, you know, like I said, I'm here to learn, and I never knew. You know, I'd say 2 years ago, maybe 3, is the first time I ever heard of bug out bag. You know what I'm saying? Honestly.
Because you don't listen to me when I speak to you.
Huh?
I've been doing this forever, like, and you be like, "Why do you need all this stuff?" And then we move to the South, and you be like, "Babe, where is all this stuff?"
Right. At the end of the day, it all comes down to personal preference. You know what I mean? It's what do you plan on doing in that situation? I think what a lot of people want to say that a third of your weight is what your actual bug out bag should be. Some people say half your weight. You know what I mean, depending on what. But you figure if you my idea of a bug out bag means like I'm gone. I'm not coming back to this place for me out there on the road doing it. So I got to have it big enough to carry every one of my other bags to fit inside that bag. You know what I mean? Like my bug out bag is never always full because it gets loaded up. If I have to use it, I put all my other bags in there on top of that. Boom, that way it's all in one. I can compartment where I want to use what at. You know what I mean?
Right.
The items that you choose to put in your bag, really take your time and figure out what it means to you or your family. A lot of people don't talk about shamags. Shamags are really a great item to have in your bag. There's so many uses for it. It's really light. It does a lot of things. You can filter your water. You can use it as a sling. You can use it as a scavenger bag. Tie it, put it on the back of you. It's like so many things. You can use it as cover, camouflage. There's so many things. You can use it as a shelter to a certain degree. There's so many things that you can use it. I think everybody should have one.
That's dope, and that's something I never heard. Big Zach, what's up, young fella?
Yeah, what up? What up?
Ain't nothing. I'm trying to learn about this Samaj bag because this is the first time I'm hearing about this.
You said a shamwag. Shamwag is it's a wrap. You can do a lot of stuff with it. They're just cool too. You can wrap them around your head all different kind of ways and make all types. They're cool.
Use it to
so it's like my hair wrap.
Yeah, so yeah, you can use it it's like a head wrap sort of thing. You can wrap it all around. It's a lot. It's like a lot of different ways to wrap them.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, they for filtering water and all type of stuff. They're really good.
Mm-hmm.
Dope, and you can use it if you're like picking fruit or something like that as like a bag.
Mm-hmm. To cool your body off if it's too hot, you let it put it behind your neck. You can use it as a mask. You can use it like a balaclava. There's a lot of things you can use it for. So it's definitely something that you
could put some rocks in it and wrap it up and knock them in the head with it too.
Use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
That's like that old sock trick.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
What's up, Erica?
How you doing, Zach?
Hey,
I'm not sure what that is, but what's up, man?
What's going on?
Who's that?
That's Hutch.
Mm-hmm.
That's hot. Yeah, that's
Hutch. I mean, he sometimes he got a hat on, sometimes he don't.
Sometimes he be looking young, sometimes he's looking old as fuck. No, I'm just playing.
Hutch never looks old.
You can use it to keep dust and sand out of your face, also for shade. There's so many uses for a shamag. Look it up and you'll be like, when we put that inside there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'll talk about locks and socks.
Hey, listen, you never know.
Hey, you know what's funny? They was tearing me up a few seconds ago, but ain't nobody put the word in the chat yet. So y'all don't know what it is either.
For shamag?
It'll be all right. They can't spell it.
Yeah, I don't know how to spell it. I know what it is.
Oh man.
Great.
Southern Belle says she never knew of a bug out bag.
See?
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm not the only one. This community is definitely educational. Super educational.
Funny thing is, she probably had some sort of type of bug out bag and didn't even realize what she had because she
didn't know it was the thing.
Most women's pocketbooks are a scaled down version of a bug out bag. You go through a female's pocketbook or anything that she carries, just has everything but the kitchen sink. It just needs a few items in and a few items out. But yeah.
That's right. David, what up?
David.
June was popping.
What up, David?
Yeah, man. June said he got a Canic, right?
Yeah, he talked about it. He got a rival.
Oh, he got the rifle?
Yeah, he got the rival.
That's what's up.
Sorry, baby.
Because we seen a really nice rifle, Zach. It was nice.
The black one or the gray one?
The gray joint.
It was gray.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
It was
that-
gray and some other color. It was like a I guess a hunter green and gray.
oh, somebody coded it.
It was nice.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, Zach would have really liked this one.
Man. Mm-mm. So what else you keeping in that bag, sweetie? I know there was a lot of things that you decided to
Oh,
kind
so I got my where did you put it? So I got my what do you call this? A solar power pack.
Yes,
ah
I added that to mine because you put me onto the good deal, and I added that to
Right.
my bug out bag.
yeah, I'll be using
I
that one
put
too.
a deal inside the description also for anybody that needed one or wanted one. I use this a lot actually. I use this, when we go out to the parks and stuff. I bring it because, Philly's phone may need charging or whatever. We may play the radio. I can use the USB to hook up to the radio or whatever. So I do use this a lot, and I
And
make
that one
sure I put it back
has a
in my
meter on
bag.
it. It has a meter to let you know how charged that is too. Real deal. What's
Mhm.
up, soul brother?
Right, and you just leave it out in the sun, and it really
Hey,
just
guys.
keeps it charged.
Yeah, what a real deal.
Hey, Rosie, how are you?
How you guys doing?
Good. How are
Pretty
you?
good. Hey, I just wanted to you guys talk about bug out bags and inch bags and all that good stuff. So
Mhm.
the way I do mine is I have Alex bags, not Alex bags, but what do you call it? The old military bags that the Army used to use.
Green duffels.
Alice bags.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I do is I got rid of the backpack and kept it framed, and I bought a bunch of dry bags. So so I make everything a kit. Like I have a fire kit, I have a cooking kit, I have a sleeping kit with dry clothes and all that kind of stuff. And everything goes in dry bags, and then I attach everything to the frame of the backpack. And so that way, if you're bugging out, whatever kind of weather you're coming in, all your stuff staying dry. If you camp out, you got to haul water. You got your dry bags. You can go down to the river and haul water up to your campsite and all that kind of stuff. So
now, do you have a bug out bag for just you, or does everybody have their individual bags at home?
Everybody has their own bag. Everybody has their own bag. Am I on delay?
Little teeny bit.
Let me switch. I'm gonna switch over to the 5G real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Take your time.
I got one of those old military bags too. That's my main bug out bag. Got a big plastic frame on it and everything. It almost seems like it's got some sort of plastic coating on the inside of it. I never tried to wet it down to see if it wouldn't get wet or whatever, but I got it from some guy who had a giant storage locker full of military stuff. I bought it from him, and it's real nice. The frame holds it on your body and everything. Those old military bags seem to be pretty good for that. It's got way too much stuff in it.
Yeah. Carvin, you see that?
Name the provider liable to 100% for your bug out bag. Okay, so I'm not a hold on. I got one that I was able to handle. My hands are smaller. I wanted a full tang one, and where I'm at, it's a lot of trees, but I guess it depends on where you're at. You might have those really huge, humongous trees. You may want to feel the weight of it because you have to put that on your bug out bag. How it feels in your hand might be bigger, and you have to, when you're hitting it, that's energy returning if you can handle it. So with an axe, you might want to go in there and actually hold it, see it, feel it, look at the blade, look how it's built, because it's going to take a lot of wear and tear banging back and forth. You don't want to get something and it's the first couple times you hit it, it just splits apart. I think they say, if I'm not mistaken, they said to get one that has a wooden handle, because if it breaks, you can always repair it with some wood that's you find nearby. Just make sure that the axe part, the sharp part is good where you can actually sharpen it without it, messing up the integrity of the axe. So I guess it's more of a personal choice when you go to get something like that.
What up, Saint?
Same thing with your knife. Prepping is personal. I keep saying this. Um, Recommending a brand for you as far as the axe. I'm not probably Hutch will be good with that because he's Homestead and he uses that type of stuff.
I get my personal favorite for that is something called a Woodsman's Pal. It's actually something that they used to give to military back in the day. They don't do it anymore. You can find them with a wooden handle. You can find them with a leather one. If you can find a leather one, it's going to cost you a little bit, but it's actually really good. The woods one, they're made right in Pennsylvania. It's American made. It's called a Woodsman's Pal. It's like an axe. It's funny looking. It's sort of curved and it's got a hook on it and everything. And that's my preferred bug out, like axe, sort of easy to handle thing. Comes with a nice sheath on it and everything. You can just look it up, Joseph. It's called a Woodsman's Pal. Man, you can find them. It's a really good. It's something like I said, I used to give it to the military back in the day. They just stopped, but it works really well.
I'd say if anything, like I don't know a whole lot of brands, but if anything that comes with the blade, full tang. You want to be as solid as possible. That's pretty much my only recommendation.
True.
Billy,
If you can, go ahead. I'm listening.
I'm gonna send you this. See if you can post this and if you can post that. That's he can go check that out. That's their website. If you can post it.
Okay.
Because it won't be a hot link if I post it.
All right. So now, sweetie, do you have somewhat of a basic list? Say if somebody's just looking into getting a bag started. How big a bag?
That's the two lists those are like the basic things.
Okay.
Those the two websites, they have the very basic needs. Like it's very like just pick up a medical kit or first aid kit and get a few things. And most of the things you're gonna have in your home already. Just throw it in a bag.
Black Queen Dexter made a bug out list, so I put it in the chat as well if you want to go through that.
Oh, thanks, Carvin.
You're welcome. He put that together himself, so y'all know it's mine. It's pretty thorough.
That's dope. So let me ask you guys. Each of us have a bug out bag, but each of us have about 50% similar bags, and the rest of it is different items. Different items that is either going to dictate how heavy or light the bag is, or the type of item that each person is going to be able to use efficiently. Even when it comes to firearms and all. So our bags are all set up. The basics: fire, light, and tools, and then the rest. Not that little bit, but 50% of. So the rest, our bags are completely different. Do you guys set up a different setup for each person in the family, or are those bags mostly, for the most part, identical?
If you work off of each other, like I wouldn't have to overload the wife's bag with stuff that I already have. You know what I mean? So it kind of takes the weight off of the stuff that I'd have to carry in mine. But it would be the I don't want to say unnecessary shit, but it's stuff that you could live without. You know what I mean? She's secure in her own, I'm secure in my own, but she's got a few things and I got a few extra things that they kind of work in collaboration. If that makes any sense.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I think out of everybody, mine will probably be the heaviest, and I'll carry more of the stuff. That's about it. If it's more so items personal to my mom if she has to go someplace, and I'm not gonna overload her bag. She would just probably carry stuff that's pertaining to her. Everything else will probably be on me, and that's about it. So, I try to. I'm sorry. So I just
all you.
As light as possible, and that comes with more training. The more training you have, the less items you have to pack. Like, that's the best I could deal with it at this point.
I think that a lot of people, when they're starting their bag, I think
Mhm.
they're going to overpack. I think they're going to overthink
Yes.
Yeah.
what's necessary.
Mhm.
The good point that Erica and I were talking earlier is the more multi-use items that you can have, the better. Um,
True.
a lot of radios now come with solar. They're power banks, they're solar, they're radio,
Mhm.
lighting, um, and they're all in one device. So the more that you can condense these, as technology brings in better things with it, the more you can condense that space.
Mhm.
But I guess the only negative is if you rely on that and something goes wrong with that, the quicker you don't have all those items.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a slippery slope.
Mhm.
Well, that's why you buy 2 to 3 of something. So if
Yeah.
one fails, you still have that backup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 is 1 and 1 is none.
I got
Yeah.
like 7 ferro rods in my bag. Well, I know I'm never going to need 7 ferro rods, but I know I'm not going to need more than 7 ferro rods. You know what I mean? It's one of those
Right.
kind of.
Mhm.
I got more than I need, but it's not enough to actually clutter up everything.
Right.
Mhm.
So this item, a good example. Alex just bought it to me. It's a flashlight, and it also has an emergency signal.
Mhm.
It's solar powered, and the soul that part has a light too, kind of like an ambiance light, and it's solar powered, and you can charge USB, DC, and it's battery operated also, AAA's if you need. It's an
And you
AM
can crank it.
radio.
That's the one that cranks also.
Yep.
Yeah, I got one like that. I got a couple. I got a bigger one and a small one. They work really good too. A little crank on there, so you don't worry about having a battery.
Mm-hmm.
It's got. Who's seen one of these in a while? A lot of people don't
Oh
know.
yeah, it's got an antenna on it.
That's an antenna.
No, it looks like when it has the antenna out, those old phones from the 80s and 90s.
Zach used to have one.
What,
These
what
are-
an old phone?
yeah.
I still
No.
do. You should keep an old one. You have to push in and push buttons. Yeah, you should.
Be like, yeah.
keep one just in
Meet
case.
me on the corner. I'm driving a Saab with hammers on it.
So you guys would. So you guys know I always talk about that Shopaholics website also.
Mhm.
So I got this little hammer, but it has also like the little tools and stuff that's in it that comes with it, and then it even has like it has just a bunch of things inside of it.
Mhm.
So
So tell us about it now, because all right,
what-
full honesty, Carbon and Zach, you have kind of, there's always it's wonderful and well accepted when there's a new something that you didn't know existed that you can, get prep stuff from and all that. They have amazing deals. And Hutch, this might open your eyes to a lot of stuff too. But Erica has this group on Facebook that she deals with, and all they do is they put sales that happen on Amazon, and there's a lot of glitches in these sales. And when you go in and you see what item, you scroll through, you search for certain things, survival stuff, whatever, household stuff, whatever you want. And then you go to Amazon, you click on it, you go to Amazon, and then you copy and paste the code, like the sale code. And I tell you, for something like this, that might have been $15, you would have got it for like $3.
Yeah.
So these and many, many other things, tools and all types of stuff is in this group.
right.
And if you're into prepping and if you want to set up a solid bag, believe it or not, I think you can probably set up a solid bag for like $30
Yeah.
in the group.
But
I don't
seeing the
think
dollar store and looking for amazing deals.
You can get started for you. It doesn't have to be real expensive. I started out first. I had like a backpack, and then the more you get into it, you move up into the bigger bags, and then it's you sort of go down the rabbit hole. You always, you know what I'm talking about. You always you go down the rabbit hole because you start trying to start out small, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you got 100 things. It's
Yeah.
just,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
just sort of like
Shit.
that. Yeah, it's
Too
just
much
like
shit.
It doesn't have like don't go crazy right out the gate.
right.
Do a $10 Walmart backpack and some sneaker waterproof spray.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Mhm.
That'll last you just fine for a while. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
I look at it as the basics. Where am I going to sleep? Where am I going to eat? How am I going to wash my ass? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If you get that stuff dialed in, you're pretty much good. You know what I mean? Like the washing your ass would include the medical and the toiletries and all those things. The
Mhm.
hygiene. That stuff. If you can get those 3 things locked down, then you're pretty much good. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got
Right.
The most important thing for me when it comes to bug out is mindset. Because when you listen to people, they start thinking that, oh, I gotta take this, I gotta take that, something in your head there's a switch that needs to flip to where you don't need to have all that. Now you do need to have some things for you in terms of, I guess, to try to mentally to be kind of comfortable. But a lot of that stuff that we think we need, you don't. We need it because we have to. The mindset has to be something that has to flip too. Because I've had conversations with people. I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna bring it for what? We trying to make sure we survive and prevail in what's going on. And you don't want to have to be always worried about this extra stuff. Like, I can't have this. I gotta have this type of coffee. If you can have any type of coffee, you should be happy because you can't get to your whatever that you really like. You know,
mocha latte.
yeah, like that. It's
Yeah.
mindset is something that we focus on a lot of getting things, but your mind has to be able to. You have to be able to flip the switch and be like, okay, this isn't normal anymore. I have to move a certain way in order to be able. I'm just trying to live. I'm not trying to be, have all my creature comforts. I'm just trying to live and survive.
Yeah.
Survival is uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Survival bugging out. It's gonna be uncomfortable.
Right.
Because it's outside of your normal. So you have to go in there with, as long as I can get up, I can breathe, I can eat, I can walk, I can think, I can see and hear, keep it pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, damn for sure. Sweetie,
Yes.
Mr. 350Z, that's your cousin. I don't know if you know. That's Ronald.
Yes. That is Ronald.
Right.
I
That's
said hi.
Zach, that's TT Maria's son.
Hey, what's up, cuz?
What up, cuz? Ghetto in the building was crack-a-lacking.
Ghetto.
I seen Miss Ghetto also.
Yeah, she's been here for a while.
Hey, Miss Ghetto.
Yo, see, look.
But before you start doing all of that, you should check your mindset. If that's not intact when you go into this, like, you have to take it seriously. Like, your lifestyle is going to change to a certain degree because it is going from a depending on other people to being more self-reliant. So sit down with yourself before you buy anything. Go through your house, see what you have in your house first. Then when you finish with those things, then start looking for something. Before you start looking, get online, do some research. There's so many people out putting information into certain items. They do reviews. See if that works for you. See if that's something that you need. Sometimes there's a lot of things that you just don't need. Like, what if you have all showers in your house? You don't need a water bladder that sits in a tub because you don't have a tub. Now you can get a bucket, but there's other alternatives to that.
Yeah.
Right.
Do some research before you just start going out. Everybody knows somebody that's military. Ask them what they had, because they all had bags. They all had rucksacks or something like that they had to pack. Ask them. Let them break some stuff down to you. The weight of it, carrying it, your physical. There's so much that goes into it beforehand. Because you'll have a bag with everything underneath the sun, and then you can't get it off the ground.
Right.
So take your time with it. Like, when you buy stuff, don't just look at the item, look at the weight. How big is it? Because it's going to take up room. Room in your bag is very important. The weight of your bag is very important. So space it out, take your time, figure out what works for you. You can get multifaceted things as long as it's good quality. Because when it's multifaceted, there's a lot of wear and tear on that item. Take your time with it. Right. Not too much time, but put some work into it.
Enough.
Yeah.
I rearrange my bag at least once a week because I find new things. I
Yeah.
find like it's
you
like
lose the thing you need.
I was about to buy this solar
Take it out
lamp,
there and
but
test
it's
it.
collapsible. Now they're making things collapsible, so it's
Yeah.
smaller, and then and
You
he
need
just
to
gives me that eye.
do a bug out bag only camping trip. That way you can test what you got.
Mm.
Right.
See what you're missing.
Hutch,
Mhm.
I'm trying to get him from stopping to bring the fan outside to the backyard.
Yo, I told y'all already about my insect thing, man. I be having that fan. We got it like an industrial fan on the high. Let's go.
That's for the insects.
Yo, because they can't land on you when the wind's blowing and shit, you know?
Hold on.
And I have a camping fan, but he has to bring the big fan.
Billy, man, stop being soft, man.
I'm,
Yo, I got my fan. I got my
I'm
blow-up
saying
mattress.
bug out bag only. Just that's it.
Yep.
No
I
tent, no
agree.
shelter, nothing. Just a bug out bag.
we tried it.
Hey,
He made us come inside last
Don't say
weekend
that.
because it was raining too much.
Don't say that.
look at you. Look at you.
Don't say that.
Mm-mm. No good. No good.
Go ahead, man. I ain't want to be here no more. Now, can you tell them people the truth, man?
Yeah.
He was being a
I would-
cranberry.
Get out of here,
He,
man.
he looking at you like I can't lie. I say looking at you like I can't lie.
Right.
One
Yeah.
in the summer and one in the winter, because that's two different beasts right there.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
better to find out the failures now when it's not going to cost you your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Agree. I agree.
Oh, so that's another that's another thought. Are we doing seasonal bags? Like, should you revamp your bag as the season changes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every time.
that's what I do.
Yeah.
Every-
You need to revamp it. You need to go through your items, make sure it's not expired. The food, like whatever food you may have in there. Some people say it's okay to eat. You just don't want to get sick on your way eating something that is expired. That's no good. You should change. Always have a cover. Your winter gear is going to be different. You want to add extra socks. You want to add extra things because nobody, your feet gets cold. It's a wrap. You don't want to deal with anything at that point. You don't want to get black toes or fingers. You want to add gloves, not just work gloves. You actually want to add gloves that's going to keep your hands warm. A cover for your head to keep your body in, the body heat in. A jacket or some type of coat. And coats are bulky, so you may want to really do some diligence for some lightweight but tactical type clothing that's going to keep you relaxed. That's going to keep you warm. I'll be right back. So.
Yeah, man.
And
So,
then see,
sweetie,
it's some people change based on the like the climate also, because like some places will have a rainy season in both
Mhm.
times. So you're going to need to overdo it on your tinder for starting your fires because you're not going to have anything out there to grab from. Little things like that. Like, oh, it's 100 degrees outside. I don't need a whole bunch of tinder because there's a lot of dry material out there, so I can take some out. You know what I mean? One of those.
yeah, there's we often save the what do you call it? The lint from the lint thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The lint catcher in the dryer.
yeah.
And every time we run out of a medicine, we stuff it full of that, and then put a.
And I buy the strikers,
Hell
Yeah.
and I put it on the medicine thing. I'm trying to get my camera together.
Man,
Sorry.
that is, I got
Sorry.
I got one of them. I got 5 of those 1-gallon Ziploc bags, just compressed of nothing but dryer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
I have a bunch like that, Hutch, but it's full of cotton balls, basically in petroleum jelly.
Right.
Oh, that's a
Yeah, I
good
got,
one
I
too.
got a couple cans of that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have that, man?
No, but
Because they work good, man. When you
I
get your
use
little phosphorus rod and
Vaseline
you
for my lips.
pop some sparks on there, they light up nice and fast too, and they work really well.
Yeah.
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 That Vaseline will go for a minute too, boy.
I bought the big one from you can get the one that you can put inside your car if there's a leak. I buy that one because it's pure petroleum jelly and it's it don't have nothing in it. So I thought the Vaseline was a good idea, but I wouldn't bought the auto one because I figured ain't nothing in it. You can put that on your skin, so it shouldn't, and it doesn't have anything extra. It's just straight petroleum jelly, and I use that.
I'll say another little trick too. If you've got like the Bics, pop this top deal off. You know, the little flat surface that goes in between.
Yep.
Because if you got fingers, you're not lighting that bitch. So pop that deal off, and then take you a strip of duct tape and do a couple rounds because duct light instantly. So that gives you kind of a more kit. So if you got bits, load them all up. You know what I mean?
When we was going out into the backyard camping, I'm put exclamation marks. I set it up my own fire, and I was using the lint and the matches actually. And when I was
the lint and flint.
Yes, the lint and flint. I don't know why I said matches. The lint and a flint, because there's a bracelet that she got from her shopaholics that comes with a lint and flint type thing.
You're gonna be all right. It comes with the lint on it already, y'all. So
those are a good deal. Erica sent me those too. I got some.
Yeah, I did, right?
You did get a couple of those?
Yeah,
I'm trying to send Zach and Carbon all of the links.
Yeah.
If you guys follow me on Instagram, just DM me and I'll send you guys the links as well.
Yeah.
Or you could just, if you have Facebook, just apply to all the groups and even put camping or survival kits. You get amazing. They have generators, solar panels. They have everything on here.
Yep.
True. Look at that. Makeup pads. We have a lot of what do you call those? For Alex's nose. The gauze pads. The circled around gauze pads. We like makeup pads.
And we started using the tampons also. So.
The tampons come in handy. You start bleeding, you need to plug up a hole, stick that joint in there, it work well.
Right.
So now, what is your opinion? Only because I think all of us are somewhat versed on this. What caliber are you trying to bring with you in a bug out bag? Are you preferable for 9mm, or are you trying to take something heavier?
I'll have a little 9, but I can carry more 22. See, people, because you can kill game with a 22. You can kill a deer with a 22. You can. So I mean, for me, I would have a little bit of 9 because you want to have a sidearm or whatever. But honestly, I have so much 22 just in case I need it because I can run it. I can have so many. I can take so much of it, and it takes up. Let's say if I have 1,000 rounds of 22 and 1,000 rounds of 9, the difference is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I can take 2 boxes and I'm good. And so I look at it that way. 22, I think if I had to bug out, because I don't plan to bug out, I plan to bug in. But if I have to leave, I'm gonna grab 22 because I can fold up the little 22 rifle. I can go ahead and just keep it moving.
True that.
I guarantee most hunters use 22 because they're, one, affordable, 2, they are killing whatever, and they're so small that you can compact in everything.
Well, I think a big sensible thing using 22 is you're going to be often killing small game. If you're bugging out and you're on the move, you don't want to kill something too big. You don't want to have to field strip it take too long to do that. Leave a trace of where you're at because you're going to have to leave the carcass and the other unused meat. It's going to rot quickly. So 22 would probably be a amazing cartridge to be able to stay in the small game area and leave less of a trace. That's dope. I never thought of it on that level.
I didn't think about that.
I'm not a big gun guy, you know what I mean? But like 22 would be my pick. But there are literal BB guns that can take down a hog. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. I didn't think about that.
Got some legal issues and you can't carry a 40 caliber. You know what I'm saying? There's some BB guns that can put in work out there and they're quiet.
I watch some of those videos sometimes. The guys who like, I guess, varmint hunt and they use those air guns. Those guns, they gonna cost you a little bit, but they do work.
But a slingshot.
That'll kill them too.
If you're going to bug out with your sidearm and an AR, shotgun, whatever you choose to travel with, you still want to conserve your ammo. So if you can utilize something other than utilizing your ammo, something other than that, then yeah, it's quieter. I don't know. I just think it's a good option to have. Giving yourself options is a good idea.
Then you got to figure: do you want to just be able to feed yourself, or do you want defense too? You know what I mean? Because in some situations, you're not going to really need the defense.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was a kid, my first introduction to like real slingshots, and we were out there. We out there with shooting ball bearings, man. You could shoot through car windows and all types of stuff. We shouldn't have been doing that, but that's what we were doing. As kid, New York City, we did all types of stuff.
Yourself.
Yeah, you out there with the real slingshot. I remember the first time I saw the one that rests on your forearm and everything, and it was real powerful. Man, we were out there doing all types of stuff with them things.
Yeah.
And you hit somebody with that in the face, and they don't know they hit.
So I saw this recently, a slingshot bow and arrow.
Yeah, I've seen those.
You seen it? Oh,
yeah.
I'm like, yo, never seen it before.
It works.
And you pull it, it's one-handed, you pull it, and it shoots the arrow through that little channel or whatever. I was like, wow.
Yes, it's a little crossbow, little wrist crossbow, man. That thing is dope.
Yeah.
I can't remember where it was. A couple months some chick pulled one out on a live stream and put it together. Man, that is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I want to get into that. I do want to try crossbowing.
Crossbow is I think it's fun. It's the whole manual, because I shoot a lot. Getting into the whole manual thing with the crossbow is trying to deal with that, because you used to just loading up a mag, slamming it in, and bang, 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 bang. With a crossbow, you gotta take a shot. You gotta grab another arrow. Gotta pull the thing up, put it in. But it is fun. I got one because I figured, hey, you never know. But it is fun.
Yeah. Because what happens if you do run out of bullets?
Right.
Where does that leave you?
Yeah. I like a slingshot because you can still use pebbles, rocks, whatever is in there, even if you run out of the little metal.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
It's kind of eccentric, but there are those little blowguns. Got the 2 or 3 inch needle dart things. Rabbit.
Have you ever used one? Have you ever used one of those, Hutch? I've seen them before. I've never known anyone to actually use one.
I've never used one hunting. We got a deal up here to where we throw axes and shit at a tree stump, and I had brought one over and we shot it at the tree stump. No, I've never took one.
Okay. Now I'm looking at a guy. Ain't got no blowgun. Now I'm gonna look into one.
I'm really into the crossbow thoughts, but I'm afraid.
Afraid of what?
I'm afraid of losing a fingertip.
Now, can we show crossbows on here or no? Or is it like guns?
I think it's not a firearm, so I think we good.
Hold on.
I know my neighbor, he got a crossbow. It was less than $250 at Walmart. And
really,
the only thing he uses, the bolts are like $12 a piece for the snobs. They're not arrows, they're bolts and a crossbow.
So, if you look at this, Billy, they're made as, first of all, there's stickers all over it that tell you don't put your hand here, keep your hand there. But they're made so you can see where the wire goes in, where the rail goes, right? Yeah. Right in there. Let me see if I can get a good point of it good. Like in here. And the brace under here, under the bottom, you keep your hand down there. You just keep your hand out the way. And then it has different safety on it and everything. They're really safe. They're not, unsafe.
Yeah.
Nothing to be scared of. Nothing to be scared of at all. They work really good.
That looks like fun. Honestly, it looks like actual fun right there.
It is fun. It is a fun thing to do. Like I said, getting used to the whole manual part of it. Like this one I bought, it's got like a crank on the bottom, so you can crank it up. But what I realized is you can buy that little piece. I forget what they call it, the caca. So you can pull it up. It may
Pull it
even be
back.
fast. Yeah, so it may even be faster than that because the crank, is something you got to get used to. It's like almost like I guess a different manual of arms. Same way you learn your different firearms, you got to learn those. And they run good. The first time I went to use it, I was at like 10 yards because I'm calling myself learning. And the young lady who came, who had some experience, she was like, "You have to take that all the way down on the end." It was like I think it was like a 30 yards, 40 yards. She said, because if you shoot that at that target, that arrow just gonna keep going. And she was right, because when I went all the way down to the end and shot it, I had to sit there and take my foot and put it on the target in order to pull the arrow out. That's how far it went into it. Really powerful.
Ron, when you come to visit, bring it with you. I can practice on yours. Can we use those in the yard?
I
Yeah,
ain't shoot that shit in the yard.
but just you gotta get
I'm
one of
gonna
those.
shoot mine in the yard.
Get one of those big blocks. You can buy them at I don't know what sporting goods store you have around. You get one of those. You can shoot them in your garage. You can shoot. Because it's not a gun. Yeah, you can put them in your backyard and shoot them.
Hey, y'all seen her shoot a gun, right? No, I'm just playing.
No, you see how serious my face got?
Right.
Don't do it.
But we have a lot of property out here that we can take it to and shoot on.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could shoot it at the school, in the field, in the football field.
I wouldn't bring it to nobody's school, Billy. Come on. Who says that? Let me bring it to the school.
Something with a good backstop, a lot of trees or whatever. Because that's just how it is. Because we got here where I live at in Ohio, we actually have public archery ranges, like the Parks Department, not state. For some reason, the Parks Department decided that they wanted to have archery ranges here. So we got a couple nice ones. And it's really wooded, and they have those big, giant blocks out there. If you can find a place like that, just make it. Like I said, you got a garage, put it in the garage. Just don't miss the target. Miss the target and go through the wall.
You don't have to get like killer arrows. You can get the practice tips that are
yeah,
pretty
that's
much.
what.
You know what I mean? If you're worried about
Okay.
And at the WMA range, they have archery area, and
Like
at
that.
the other range.
Those are like the practice,
Let me hold on 1 second. Let me.
like that.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Well,
The other ones I
yeah.
have are broadheads, and broadheads that's for hunting. You don't practice with those.
Yeah.
It's like the
All right.
Mm.
Yeah. I might
I
have to check
gotta add
that out.
that onto my birthday list.
Yeah, you don't
Add
gotta,
it on.
you don't got to spend a whole lot for a crossbow. You can get you something good you can get you something entry level at a real good price. And you don't got to break the bank. They got paid a little bit over $300 for this one.
For one of them. So. Hey, Cabo.
What up, Kyle?
We had 6 piglets get out and run down the side of the mountain, so I had to use I had to run over and grab the crossbow to catch them.
You had to grab the crossbow to catch them.
Yeah.
So I guess you had some yummy pork chops and bacon later on.
Barbecuing like a mother.
Yeah, he said you had to catch them.
Hey, at a certain point, man, you're like, no, I'm not even gonna try. Just shoot them, catch them where they fall.
Okay.
So, Urban, that was practice arrow.
And it can get fun too, Eric. Because if you do decide to get into it, I'm bad about it because they have you can buy the arrows that have like the lights on the end of them, all type of stuff.
I
so you
see
can find
them.
them.
I see them every time we go to Billy's favorite store. What is that called? Caleb's.
Oh, Cabela's.
Cabela's. Yeah, those and the arrows get more expensive when you start getting those type of things, but they help because I've lost quite a few arrows. Like you miss the target and they fly off into the woods and you can't find them. But those make it easier.
The virtual shooting range for a bow.
Yeah, they have I know the one I have here does. That's how I tested it before. You can go test stuff out. There's actually it's their tornado shelter too. You go and you stand in there and they got a target now. You can shoot your compound bows, shoot your crossbows, so you can test stuff out because they'll adjust stuff for you too when you buy things. You can go there and and shoot. It's literally like a tunnel, probably maybe 25, 30 feet long, but it's solid. You can go in there and shoot bows in it.
I
Joe
can't
Kelly,
wait
what
till
up?
What up, Joe?
our range has the archery section.
Yeah, it's about to be set up. RGG, what's popping? That's
R
it.
to the double G.
What up,
That's
bro?
NYC, brother. That's NYC.
It ain't Chicago.
Damn. Oh man. But so sweetie.
What the hell is that background?
So the I know you had a list earlier. You writing down a whole lot of stuff.
Oh
What is that list for? Is that things that you have in the bag or
no, that was the same list that I was like, oh, let me write it down just in case I forget. But then I was like, I could just put the link in the description and everybody can just follow
nobody
that
hits
list.
Knicks nowadays? Tell me what's on
I-
that list.
I do have a
People
question.
can just print the list.
Right.
No.
I do have a question for anybody who's living on a homestead. Hutch, what do you recommend that they should put in versus somebody that lives in an apartment or a house?
Say that again. The first part.
I'm sorry. What do you recommend for somebody that lives on a homestead? We have a couple of people that live on homesteads that might be starting prepping. What do you suggest that they get?
See, that's one of those things where it comes down to it's going to be situational.
Okay.
Like, what are your preferences and your imagination? Where are you trying to start? Trying to get paid? Are you trying to feed yourself? Or are you trying to get established?
Mhm.
Garden? Do you want livestock? Like what you got to focus on the thing. You want to try to make one project work for you. Start the next project.
Okay.
Okay.
So, like, in having a homestead, like, I'm just picturing it, I would need a lot of tools. I would need preps for animals.
Right.
And then-
See, that's where it come down to, because I mean, there's a lot of people like don't even consider the animals or any kind of livestock, and they just want to do the gardening. So
Yeah.
you're not a whole bunch of big fencing and crops and stuff like this. So like you've really got to sit down and decide the direction you want to go, and then baby step it from there, because you'll collect stuff as you go
Mhm.
that you won't even consider, but you need to know exactly what you wanted, what your end result is, and then
Mhm.
focus on one thing at a time, and then focus on that project before you start stockpiling for a future project that may never happen. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like-
true.
Tools, obviously, you know what I mean, but
Mhm.
tools for the job that you need: shovels, rakes, hammers. The basics is a must no matter what. But then
Right.
figure out what your projects are, and then go from there as far as what you're gonna. Because your situation is gonna change if your idea, like, oh, I just thought I want chickens now. Well, you're gonna need a whole different kind of stuff. Place to still feed. How are you gonna feed them? Are you gonna grow crops to feed them? All these different things come into play. So one project at a time, but figure out what that end goal is, and then just build.
Right. But my one thing that I would always think about in regards to a homestead and having animals, like, what if you have a pandemic that's airborne and it hits the animals? Or, like, now you have to get rid of, how are you getting rid of all these animals that might be diseased, or just taking care of them as far as like their hooves, or if they get sick, you need to prep for medication for them, or how to even give it, just animal giving birth. Like, what do we do here? Right.
And then how much of the animal do you want to actually process? If you got cattle, do you want to keep the skin to make clothes and do leather and all this other stuff? And you're gonna need the drying rack and all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything is situational. Like how deep do you want to go is going to be the question.
Gotcha. Homestead prepping is a whole different.
Because I mean,
I'm trying to get
there's
there.
a difference, right? You can look up homesteading
Mhm.
and see all kinds of just people, But there's
Yeah.
also hobby farms, which
Okay.
is close, but on a super small scale. You know what I
Oh.
mean?
Mhm.
I
It's
check
like-
into hobby farms first, and
Mhm.
then work your way into the homesteading. It's the same thing, but on a smaller scale, so you're not overwhelming yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I've never heard of that. I'll look into that.
I just learned that today, Carbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just learned it earlier today.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
And I will say, don't let anybody tell you something can't be done. If they do, they're a liar and a fat mouth. You know what I mean? Just because one person can't get it figured out doesn't mean you can't. Don't let the
Right.
imagination take you a long fucking way. You know what I mean?
Did you say a fat mouth?
I thought it was just me, Zach. I was like,
I don't know that phrase. A fat mouth.
that's funny. I'm working on being off-grid homesteader. Purple 101 said he's working on being an off-grid homesteader. I can just imagine.
Yeah, that's a real challenge of strength.
What up, Showtime? Salute, bro. I wish I could learn how to. Honestly, I wish I could disconnect from the grid sometimes. Like, just go back to not needing a cell phone and all. It's just stuff becomes essential because you need to be able to communicate stuff like that. But a lot of times I wish I could just sort of get away from that stuff. I really wish, like, go. I remember being able to live back in the day without having a cell phone. I remember that. So it's possible.
It is. Northern Girl Hobbies. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
Yeah. A lot of that animal medicine, like, you can use. There's stuff you can buy, and it's the same thing. The same antibiotics, the same to be for fish and all that other stuff. You don't need a prescription for it either. It's the same thing.
Give Riley his shots?
Riley. I don't even know how Riley's still breathing right now, but he has everything. He's going to be 18 years old for a Yorkie. That's rare. So yeah, he's pretty good. He has all his shots as far as, and I don't feed him dog food. I feed him, regular.
Yeah,
he's not spoiled.
Yeah. Hey, Joseph.
There's a lot of stuff.
I think one of the most tradable things is medicine.
You see, that's what he said. Things that cigarettes, coffee, liquor. I'm thinking of the stuff that people have vices for. I mean, seriously, people have vices, and you get a guy who come to you and he's shaking, man. I just need a drink. Well, I got this little bottle of whatever here. You got that over there, and I need that. It ain't gonna be no questions. I'm like, all right, I give you this, you give me that, because he's trying to stop the shakes, or I need some nicotine, or I need some caffeine, stuff like that. The other stuff is good, but I'm thinking I'm leaning more towards people's vices, because those are the things that people gonna be trying to get. They're gonna want to get rid of their headache, but they're gonna want to get rid of their headache because they want to take a shot. Things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get some ketamine, Joe.
You can get everyday items, nails, toiletries, things like that, to barter with people for different things, because those things are probably going to be hard to get, in the stores. People are going to buy them up. Medications, those little travel things, you can barter with that if that's what you choose. So you can go Amazon, they sell the whole box, and they're separate, individually wrapped, however you choose to do it. It's up to you, 5 at a time. You know how the streets go, but at the end of the day, you can do a lot of things. Just about anything you can barter. It depends on, with me, with bartering, is if I give you something like medicine, I need something that I need. You know what I'm saying? Like bartering, you might not feel like that's worth what you're getting and we're giving. So
I never knew how important toilet paper would be for bartering until what just happened over the last few years. I never would have thought that the thing that people would go crazy for would be toilet paper, ever.
True.
And so now, keep you a good supply of some 2-ply. Because if you got 1-ply, it's good, but you got some 2-ply, you can go to somebody, listen, I need that chicken. I got this roll of 2-ply toilet paper here. Somebody will be like, yeah, I take it.
Especially if they have you actually seen how much toilet tissue your kid uses? I swear, kids go up to their elbows and back down. And I'd be like, what are you doing?
That is true.
What are you doing?
I would even say, I got to throw a caveat in there. Technically, you don't really need bartering items in your bug out. You know what I mean? Because within the first week, 10 days, do you really think you're going to run across somebody and be like, hey, I got this for you, you got this? You know what I mean? That's kind of the untrustworthy phase. I'm not talking to anybody. Stay away from it. So, I mean, you can do it. Just don't go crazy. Like, it's not a main for a bug out bag.
Yeah, you know what? When I think of it, I think of like Book of Eli. Like, shit done been fucked up for a year. So that's when I think I got to start thinking more realistically. that bug out is going to be the first 3 or 4 days.
Mhm.
You know, that's what you're preparing
What up, Patrick?
it to get through. In a
Mm.
sense, it could be longer, but
But see, that's where the vices will come in because they don't take much. The little hotel fridge shots that you can get from
Yep.
the gas station, pack of cigarettes, a couple grams of some trees. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you can take the edge off, even for your own fruit. You know what I mean? One of those kind of
Mhm.
things.
He said,
I say get you some regular like rolling tobacco too, because you may well listen. Here's a couple pinches of this, and I can get a couple. You know, try to make some nickel bags, some dime bags, some dubs.
Go get you a
That's
box
right.
of apple good.
But yes.
That's Riley's bug out bag.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's everything for animal medication, everything underneath the sun. All you got to do is add, food or treats or whatever, if that's what you want to put inside there. But yeah, they do sell it. I got this from Walmart, and it's gonna fall out if I put it the other way. But it basically has like everything. It has a dish bowl, everything. I don't know if you can see it.
collapsible bowl.
Mhm.
It has medication over here,
That's a pet bug out kit. Wow.
a stick remover. Which I didn't take out the pack, but it's this right there, and it comes with like a little booklet to walk you through something if you're not sure what to do. Dog bowl, band-aids, everything that a bug out bag would have for an adult, they have it for him. My dog's little, so I got the little one. I'm pretty sure bigger dogs would need something else.
What up, James?
I be thinking about that. We have 4 dogs.
Mhm.
I think
Fuck
I
them
would have.
dogs.
Are y'all gonna take all them dogs with y'all if y'all gotta go?
I would.
Yeah.
One of them was just gonna let everybody just rob us, but the 3
Two
of
of them.
them,
No. 2 of them. The other
Yeah.
ones they're protectors, but 2 of them are gonna run before we run. The other
yeah,
2
right.
is right by us. They're well mannered and they're protectors. They're strong. They're very attack oriented, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pack dogs, so they will work with each other.
Mm.
Now them 2 have never spent a day apart in their life, and they're like 8 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've
And
never
if
been.
you separate them, it's like
Two
They're
people.
8 years old in human years, regular
Yeah.
human years. So in dog
Yeah.
years, they're pretty old.
Pretty old. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? Times 7
Yeah.
or whatever dog years are, or whatever.
7.
They've never spent a day apart. So
Are they dogs or are they the purse dogs?
are they? No. They're pit bulls. They're
Oh, I'll say it's another one of those eccentric ideas, but if you can get like the like almost like an ox harness, like a sled dog kind of deal, and then
Mhm.
have
Mhm.
tie the dogs up and have them pull a little bit of the extra weight for you. Especially like
Right.
if someone gets hurt or something, boom, you got 2 big ass pits that could probably pull the kid if he twists his ankle or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
No,
Yep.
because I think about that, like, because I know I don't have pets like that, but to me, because I know we talk about this all the time, Billy, assets and liabilities. At what point does that may become a liability? Because you got to feed them too. And if I'm trying to feed 2 or 3 other people,
Yeah.
how is that affecting the dynamic of what it is that I have to do? Because I have to.
You
You want to take care of the pets because they're part of your family, but you
Right.
need to take care of the people. I
Yeah.
think the people are more important than the pet. So
At times. So
how
here's
does
the
that?
thing. You on bugging out. Shit hit the fan. We're 30 days in. Ammo's getting low. You start want to kind of ration all that. Hopefully those pets could be a weapon. So it definitely depends on what type of pet
Mhm.
that you have going out there.
Right.
These are game dogs. So if you have a game dog, they're instinctively gonna hunt.
Okay.
And it might save some ammo, save some hunt for you, because now, as opposed to, all you got to do is tracking now. Once they kill something, all you got to do is listen out for them.
Mm.
You know, and those dogs love to hunt boar. You know,
Mm.
So
And our dogs bring it back to us also. If they harm something, they do bring it. They do. They do.
hey, remember that time that possum that
Yep.
Coffee
Possum got
had
into the
oh, bro, into the side room.
the sunroom. It's a sunroom.
Yo,
The
this
question
dog.
is though, are they quiet? Like, I mean, pigs make a hell of a noise. Everybody and their mama's hearing a pig scream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is the noise of the dog's going to be a liability if you're trying to hide and duck and cover? You know what I mean?
If we ask them to
It will be.
keep it down, they're good about that.
They'll still bark at the first thing they think is a threat.
Yeah, but they do to warn us that something's approaching. But if we ask them, to stop, they usually stop. So,
Yeah, in that sense. Now, if it was
Right.
Coffee and Rock, I couldn't do it. I couldn't
No.
trust them to be quiet. But the other
they
two, I
don't.
could.
They will not stop
So,
barking.
Here's the thing: the two pit bulls, we have their sister from another litter. She's aggressive like them, but she's a girl. She's aggressive, overly aggressive, and very yappy. So she wouldn't do good out there in that environment. Yeah.
You need to say that different.
Sorry.
You need to say that different, man.
I'm sorry.
Because I'm sitting here watching you go down and slide down the hole. Like,
I was trying to walk myself.
Like,
anyway, yo, female dogs are way more aggressive than male dogs, and they're territorial, especially during their periods, during their menstrual. Sorry. And she wouldn't do us good. She'll be barking at everything she can, every little creek in the woods.
Everything. When she's on her menstrual, she's just aggressive, really aggressive.
Yeah. So,
did you ever figure out whose tooth that was?
No.
It's Billy's. I'm telling you, it's Billy's too.
It's not. Now you're gonna have all these people looking at my teeth. All right. Thanks a lot, Erica. So listen, we so yeah, the dogs for us, I think, will be more of an asset, less of a liability, because they constantly hunt. They hunt in the yard. They're dying to get their hands on a armadillo or a mole or something like that.
Or a rabbit.
Yeah, and they're fast. Straight muscle.
Mm-hmm.
So, and over the years, I know this might sound cruel or whatever, but over the years, we have conditioned them to eat once a day.
Yeah.
So that they're ready for the long haul. And it might sound cruel, but this is part of prepping. If I could say, maybe once every 2 months, Erica will skip a day.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And see how they react. Yeah.
How about water too, or just food?
Food, water and food.
Okay.
Yeah, both. Yeah. Just to see how they would do.
Yeah.
I know Carbon. I know. Carbon is so mad at us.
Ooh, she don't like that.
Got you, man. You got to.
But if just think about it, if you over spoil your dogs, and it's time for them to actually attack, they're not going to really attack. They're not going to really. You need them to stay alert and be on their toes if you're going to use them as guard dogs.
Yeah, I think the biggest part, at least to polish up what we are, not feeding them every now. Like I said, we do it like once every 2 months, just a day, not a whole stretch or whatever, just to see if they, can deal with that, because that's going to be a reality if shit ever does hit the fan. Feeding them is going to be the last thing on my mind, to be 100% honest.
Right, Black Point Dexter. My dogs know when it's 5 o'clock, they'll bark to let me know it's time for them to eat.
Yeah. And they start to change when it gets to the, what do you call it? Daylight savings.
Mm-hmm.
That fucks them up.
Oh, okay.
That takes a couple of weeks to get right. But
just stuff like that I don't know, because to me that's an asset. I would know if my dog is on that schedule. I know every day if I ain't had no watch and no way to tell time, if I couldn't look at the sun or whatever, they start barking. Well, at least I know it's like 5, 6 o'clock. I can sort of give me a little bit of a guide to keep some time.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. But yeah, yo, but I feel you on what you were saying as far as trying to feed them, you know, making noise when they shouldn't be, shit like that, or you know, which happens a lot if they disappear.
Right.
I slow down your trek. Now you got to go, you know, figure out where the hell they might be. Hopefully they're not in any danger. The opportunity, because of the way that, you know, dogs walk, them to get something on them, ticks, or, you know, thorns. You know, you're trekking and you're really, you know, going through some heavy terrain and all that.
Right.
Rocks, all that shit gets stuck between toes. Yeah, it could be rough to you know, to take a pet with you.
In a situation like that, because I'm learning about dogs. I've only ever had one little dog in my whole life. If, let's say, the dog sort of goes and wanders off, will they come looking for you, or will they just go off and do whatever? Will they actually like sniff around and come find where you guys went?
Our dogs can track, yeah, but that's the reason why. All right, so we have one bulldog. It's called a Pacific Bulldog. It's a very athletic, but it's a bulldog, and he'll run away often, and to the point where Erica now she's like, whatever, he'll be back, and he comes back every time. Uses doesn't cut through people's yards. Uses the streets. I don't know what the hell, but he uses the streets. And you'll see him coming back. You won't see him coming through the yards, and you'll see him come right through the street to the driveway.
And he comes and he scratches the front door.
Man.
Yep. And he always comes back during feeding. He can leave early in the morning, but when it's time to eat, he's coming home.
You gotta go take care of his business, but then you gotta come back and eat. Like, listen,
and that's why that be attacking him. Every time he leaves, that female dog gets him. And I be looking at him.
They're together, and then the other two boys are together. And yeah, if he runs away, she'll tear him up.
He has a scent on him.
Oh,
that
so
female dog, she be getting him.
He be off spreading his seed everywhere.
Yeah, hula hooping.
Right.
Get right. But yeah, man, a lot of dogs they you know, they'll protect, they'll help, be, you know, beneficial to food. That's the biggest thing in my thoughts. And like I said, when that and protection, like imagine that you don't want to use a firearm in a situation and somebody maybe, you know, approaching you, coming too close, something like that. They'll create a barrier. Most dogs, you know, they'll create a barrier between you and that threat, you know, even if they're not aggressive, you know, vicious, or even big enough to do anything to another person. It'll give you time to react, because when a dog is coming at somebody that's coming at you, believe me, they're not gonna act like the dog ain't there. You know,
nobody wants to get bit by a dog. Nobody wants to get bit by a dog.
No.
Exactly. You know, it could be a Riley dog or sized dog, and they're still gonna be thrown off. They're still gonna be a parent there. You know.
Yeah, there's a show I've been watching called The Old Man, and he's got these two Rottweilers. That, I mean, it's amazing. That's why I asked these questions. I wonder if that stuff can you really train a dog that well? Because these dogs like follow you for miles, and they attack, and it's you know, it's amazing. And I wonder about that, if it's actually, you know, they actually can do stuff like that. I've seen some well-trained dogs, but some stuff I wonder if it's just like sensationalized, if it's just Hollywood stuff.
Yeah, I've seen dogs to been told to sit in traffic in Queens. I saw this in Queens. The guy told his dog to stay right on the traffic line, on the, you know, the yellow line or whatever, and that dog did not move.
Wow.
Did not move.
I got a question. Since we're on the dog topic, what do you think is the best guard dog or survival dog?
Doberman all day.
Yeah.
I think German.
Yeah.
German canines, because police use them as tracking dogs.
Yeah, I get that part. But in survival, out in the world, I think that a short furred dog
Mhm.
would be best because you might have, ticks and ants and stuff like that, fleas that will stick in those longer coat
Areas.
dogs.
Yeah.
When I first moved here to Ohio, there was this guy when I lived in an apartment. He had these two, like, I don't know what country they were from. They were German Shepherds, but he used to give them commands in a different language. And them
Yeah.
dogs, I mean, they would listen. Whatever he said, they would sit. Or he sort of trained them. And I think they were police dogs, but they ain't even mess around with them. But they stopped on the dime when he talked to those dogs. And that's what I always thought, like a German Shepherd. When I look at the Doberman, I don't know much about them, but I always thought like for like a guard dog or something, I always think about like a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
We
German
had
Shepherds
German
are-
Shepherds in New York.
Do we have like
I've never been around a German Shepherd that has never tried to bite. I am
Oh, wow.
anti-German. I'm biased.
That's how I be feeling about Dobermans.
What up, C-Man?
Get that cup.
Hey, Parrot's Eye.
No, I don't know. It's like the new one that everybody's on. It looks like a German Shepherd, but it's a short hair. It's
Mulatto.
not
just-
German. It's like an Eastern European, like Ukrainian or a Middle Eastern kind of stuff.
Is a Shepherd? Dog? 'Cause I don't know. I know German Shepherds, Rottweilers, Dobermans, and Pit Bulls. After that, I'm pretty much
A little gray.
right.
So the thing with me is pit bulls, in my opinion, are the ultimate weapon, the ultimate design of a dog. And so they have strength, agility, protection. It's instinctive. So there's a lot of benefits to it. They need minimal hands-on. Super smart.
Right,
And they're capable in every single way. Come here.
So what's that whole thing about? Because you always hear about, like, cause I got a buddy here who lives not too far from me, and he's a real dog lover, and he's like he always told me, because you always hear about pit bulls being crazy, and he always was like, no, that's not true, because he had pit bulls. Pit bulls are not crazy, but you always hear about that. Well, why do they get that bad rap that way? Because he actually told me that they're not.
That's something that could happen with inbreeding with anything, a human, a dog, a mouse, whatever. Say hi to everybody.
Oh,
My big fella.
who's that?
That's Movado.
Movado.
But he's probably the smartest of them all. But he's smart to where he gets his way, if that makes sense. So he's smarter than us sometimes.
Honestly, when it comes to dogs, like there is no it's all preference. There is no best one. You know what I mean? There's so many choices out there. You Cane Corso, Great Danes, Dobermans, Rottweiler. You know, it's just personal choice. You know.
I see Big Tap.
You could let him back outside. Look, he wants to stay now. He's trying to get comfortable on everything.
Yeah, they said that there might have been a Belgian Mally, because I know he was using some, because he wasn't talking to them in English. He was using some other language, and them dogs was hopping to it, man.
Yeah, but yeah, man, there's plenty of different uses.
Okay.
Almost like having a car. You know, you're gonna get the dog that fits what you're gonna be faced with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
shoots, I never heard of that.
Everybody definitely needs to, like Carbon has, get something for your dogs, because there's going to be necessities for them, grooming necessities, all that, you know. So definitely want to have something for the dog to bug out with you, you know.
What up, Ivan?
I'm not from this planet. What up, brother? Brother Ivan in the building.
Hey. What kind of dog those, Billy? I know you're the dog guy. What's those? Coy said he got some shoots in or shoots in.
Is it shoes? No.
No.
Shoots and canes. What are those?
Well, Canes, the Canes are Cane Corsos or Connie Corsos. The Schutzen, I think, is a little smaller, more of a terrier breed. The Cane Corsos are a large, super, super large breed. Sit down, thank you. Super, super
Yeah.
large, and they're good family dogs, very, very territorial, and but it's going to take a lot to feed those. You know, usually those are like uh, the females are probably like 135, 140 pounds. The males are 150-ish. So those are big, big dogs. But that's also a big deal of what you're going to be faced with. So now, say Carbon. Now, as far as Riley goes, if you did have to, hey, outside, if you did have to find a separate another means of feeding him, do you think he would go for a game like a mouse or something like that?
You muted, Q.
Thank you. Terriers actually hunt rodents. That's what they were used for, you know, in the day. So more than likely he sees anything that looks like a rodent, he wants to attack it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure if he's hungry enough, he'll probably eat it. But he's up there in age. His life expectancy, I don't think anytime soon because he's already deteriorating a lot. So I just make him comfortable. But if I do have to bug out, I would have to put my dog down. And
Riley's a bougie dog.
that is, yeah, that would be my hard thing. But at the end of the day, I would want to do it because he's mine, and I want to do that for him. And he wouldn't be able to survive outside between the weather, just the walking. It would be too much for him. And for him to be comfortable, I would have to put him down. So
yeah,
and that's about it. If he was younger, it's different. But he's also a very small dog. But he's very alert. Even now, he hears anything. He can hear a leaf outside, and his ears are up, and he's paying attention. But you know, he's 18 years old. He's past his life expectancy. So I know if I had to bug out, I would do him a disservice. I would be harming him more than helping him. So
yeah.
Who's Faith?
Yeah. That's his wife.
Oh damn! I didn't want to think that that's what he is.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I
What's
can't
up,
remember where I
Oklahoma?
saw it, but they do make those protein bars for so you can have a small compression. But I can't remember where I saw it. But they're out there, so I mean that takes the burden off the food.
somebody's name is Boxed Titties. I cannot. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I just saw that. That's why I just called him Box. What up, Box?
What up, Box?
I gotta say I like the name, but
it's cool. Yeah. But yo, Rodney, those borables. So borables are another. That's borables are like a bull mastiff, but a little heavier, a little more in size. They're from South Africa. Huge dog, and very, very aggressive. Family, loving dog. See, so what happened now? Why I choose the pit bull? Why I appreciate the pit bull? Back in World War II, World War One. Anybody who joined up for the service, the American tradition was to get your household a pit bull. If the man had to leave, the pit bull was the only thing that was going to fill that space. It was the nanny dog, the dog that could watch a child but used its own instincts to protect that child, even on decisions. If it wasn't even a harmful situation with another animal or a person, something like that, even if it was like crossing a river, that dog would have motherly instincts. So the pit bull was the all-American dog. And it got a bad rap. I don't know, late 70s, 80s, somewhere around there. Ring fighting and all that. But that's definitely why I choose that dog in my home.
So yeah,
Hey,
the
man.
Chow.
Huh?
Sharpays or Chows, those are both nice family dogs.
See, yeah, but the way that a lot of people feel about pit bulls, Chows and Shar-Peis, I'm the same way. They're a very similar breed. Uh, they're bred more for beauty. Those are like Asian pit bulls, if you can so to say.
Mm.
So they have the capability in the frame and the bite of a pit bull, but they were bred for fighting bulls. So what happens now if a bull gets the skin, they have a lot of extra skin like a bulldog, and so their skin would have less of an opportunity to tear if they get punctured.
Mm-hmm.
Bred them the Shar-Peis, the wrinkly ass dogs. You ever
Mhm.
see a postcard or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but inside that frame, inside that skin, was a pit bull frame. So the agility, the movements, all that, the aggression of a pit bull, they just engineered it to have a little better in the job working dog field or whatever. And so they came up with the Shar-Pei, the Chow, very similar. But I was always afraid of these things because they're super territorial.
The chow, I know. I had a friend who had 2 chows, a male and a female, back in the day. Those are two of the most vicious dogs ever.
Yep.
He going to their house.
Yep. Yeah, we box them titties. I'm gonna say your whole name. Box them titties. We talked about that a little while ago. How it could be an asset or liability if the dogs are just giving away your location. That it could be dangerous. It could be good. They could wake your ass up when they hear that bump in the night.
Mhm.
But, there's some give and take with it. And it depends on the type of bug out that's going on. But yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know how the hell we went from bug out bags to dogs.
Part of prep.
Part of purpose.
I guess I think it was Kaba's fault. I think somebody. But yeah, man, we I hope we hit enough good points.
I think we did. I think that just have your basics. Have a life straw, light, fire.
Mm-hmm.
So
Or
do you have a life straw by you?
No, Alex has it in his bag.
No, I had his bag over here, but he took it.
I don't have the life straw. I have the Sawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Does that have an extra bladder? There it is. That's what I was trying to tell people. So not only get these items, Amazon, Walmart, whatever it may be, but learn how to fill them, learn how to use them, try them. You guys drank through a live straw before, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I've never
me do it.
tablets. I've never used one of straw.
It works. Life straw it works. I didn't die. I didn't get sick.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many
Might make
uses?
things for. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many usages can you get out of it before having to change out the filter, though?
What was that?
It says it on the package.
It's a lot, like 1,000.
How many gallons? It's thousands of gallons. I like the Sawyers too because with the Sawyer, if you don't have a bladder, like I have a larger one and a smaller one, you just hook it on the top of a regular bottle. So if you say you find an old bottle somewhere, or keep your old bottle, you ain't got to buy that extra. Fill that joint up with some dirty water. Put that top screw on the top. You can drink straight out the bottle.
You can also
do that
you can
too.
also attach it to your I don't have mine here. Oh, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Riley.
Ooh.
It depends on how contaminated the water source is, but they give those life straws to people over in Haiti and places like that, so they can drink water. I mean,
Right.
That's for me. That's if they drinking water out of puddles and stuff. And I can take it. That's what I did. I had one. I took it, found a puddle. I said, something, I'm gonna drink out the puddle, and it worked.
Yeah, I think ours was like 10,000 gallons or something.
Mm-hmm. It's something like that. I forget what, but it's a lot. It's
Yeah.
If you get into a situation, you'll be glad you have it. That's for sure.
Yeah. It more than likely is enough for the forever of that situation.
Mhm.
I know I put a pack in the description of the straws.
There you go.
If you have your camel pack, you can take this, attach it to the hose, and just drink from there once you fill the bladder.
Yeah, you got that. Erica sent me a link for that too. So I got extra camelbacks.
Oh, y'all got that?
Mm-hmm.
Does ours connect to?
It has the same end on it. It looks like. I mean, it looks just like the one Q has. Because I have a couple others, and they looked exactly the same.
Oh
Probably,
yeah, you got that. You bought that also, Zach. The
yeah,
bag, camel
yeah.
bags.
Because I already
That
had
was
some
a good
camel. I
price
already had
too.
some camelbacks, but when you sent me that, the price was so good. I said, let me get another one.
Right.
So, yeah, cool. I might actually
Hey,
have
once
it over
again, anybody who
I'll show
hopefully
them.
you have either me or Erica on Instagram. There's a lot of deals. I'm telling y'all, prep bags, bug out bags, recon bags, etc. There's a lot of ways to cut money,
Yeah.
get these deals. You're not cutting quality, you're just getting deals on these things while they last. And
Right.
hit her up, hit me up. I'll get you in contact with her. She's always on the hunt for all types of deals. And I'm talking about, you know, saving money like 90% often.
Yeah.
And you got to be ready, ready to go when it's time to go. But she'll definitely hook you up with a lot of these prepping deals, you know. And it could be anything. Sometimes it has nothing to do with prepping. It could be household, simple stuff, you know.
That's it right there, Erica.
Yeah.
This is how it came, like this.
Mhm.
Little thing on the end there.
All right.
Yeah. Carmen, I just sent you the kitchen knife set, right? Did you get it yet? The kitchen knife set?
You talking to Carbon?
Yeah, I'm talking to Carbon.
Ah.
He's muted.
You knew because of Riley, but
Oh,
I didn't get
the
it as
kitchen knife set. Did you get it yet?
no, not yet.
Uh,
But I'm gonna
but they
get
have everything. They have everything that you need. It's on that in
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
group.
from all types of camping, hunting supplies, up to lingerie. You got it all on there.
They
All
have
of it.
toys.
Canning stuff.
Your toys, canning
Yeah.
stuff. Because I got
Bagging.
that manual jar sealer. I bought that thing off this. You can put it on a jar, and if you got a mason jar and take all the air out of it and stuff. They have
Yeah.
everything, man.
Hey, Ready Reg, that's yo, that's one of my favorite things in life. Yo, Hutch, you got one?
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Little windy on you.
You
Oh, Erica, right? Fuck them neighbors.
Yo, our neighbor never comes outside. Never comes outside. I'm taking a whole shower. He want to wave. Hi.
Yo, one time we're out there taking a shower, and the neighbor starts doing his hedges or whatever, his hedge cut or whatever, on our facing side of the house. But he has a lawn care company. We're like, we're not fucking stupid, bro.
Right.
We're not stupid. I
You
ain't.
can't even
Hey,
kill.
I'm gonna just hang out with you, swinging.
Right.
But yeah, man, that outdoor shower thing, man, I love that. Mm-mm-mm.
Funny.
Well,
Yeah,
shit.
your neighbor's a peep freak. That's right, Phil.
Yeah. Every time the wife come out the house, she, hello. I'm like, girl, it's supposed to. Yeah, man. But either way, man, I had a good time tonight, man.
I did.
I did.
Got some
I appreciate them having me, man.
Learned a lot.
Mhm. I like all of y'all. I watch you every once in a while. First time meeting you, what's up with you? Like y'all.
that guy with guns. Let
Appreciate it.
me get this thing off here.
Yeah.
And yeah, also, if anybody is not subscribed to anybody else on the channel, there's a lot of dope ass information that comes in and goes out through these channels, man, and support each other and learn. A lot of the shit, like I said, is as good as I might be at one thing. I might be horrible or just completely ignorant to a lot of parts of the other side of living and prepping and surviving. You know, so definitely get in the tune, get in the mix with things, and support each other. You know, a lot of
And
us got a
please
lot of stuff coming
subscribe
up.
to Hutch, that guy with guns and barbecue. They always have amazing videos, or they go live. So
Yep. Hutch
I
is,
will not teach you anything on my channel. I just talk a lot of shit. I don't get smart until I'm on somebody else's stuff.
that's right. Yep. All the time, America's like, Hutch is burning the fire. Fuck that damn fire.
Why are you so hostile, man?
Right.
Because she wants me to burn a damn fire, and I ain't done it yet.
I will throw a butterfly at you and laugh for 2 years about you running. Keep talking.
right.
Where's my fan?
What?
Where's your fan, right?
Shit. Grand Life AJ, what up, cuz?
What up, AJ?
Yeah, man. So anybody got anything coming up or anything you want to talk about real quick?
And right after this, I'll be doing a quick live for 30 days preparedness, 10 EDC carry items. That's about it that I'm going.
So, hey, everybody, let's just jump on over to Carvin channel.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes.
Yep, 10 minutes. That'd be great.
Good deal. Well, we appreciate everybody for coming through and hanging out with us, teaching stuff, learning stuff, laughing a little bit. If this is your first time here, man, we appreciate you. If you keep coming back, I appreciate y'all so much more.
Right.
Have fun.
Thanks, everybody.
Safe.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.